by 44 or 400 some. That's a small number. So I am assuming that money will be used quickly and to be used for the most important items first.
It both ways, because we would want to hire staff as well. If you take an example of contact tracing, so right now we have a need for contact tracers, for individuals to do contact tracing, the way we look at contact tracing. But beyond the pandemic, we may not have that need. So therefore, that could happen, as well as tutoring services, one-on-one type of tutoring. And so those kinds of things could be one-offs. There's just a number of different things. Transportation services. When we look at our transportation services, we're looking at yellow bus, but we are also doing small cart fleet as well. And so some of those things could be used, and then we could taper back as the market gets better around transportation and those kinds of things. So it could go both ways. There would be looking at various ways of how we can solicit additional fundings through grant dollars and those kinds of things to keep staff on after this funding is gone. So we are looking at how we maintain the staff that we have, as well as increase. As long as they are student needs, we will go to that extreme to make sure that we match and meet those student needs.
I actually expect that plan to be approved. We'll have something probably within the next few days. You're right, 90% of the money has been approved, so we have told districts that we could have them already go out and plan, and most of them have, because they had to do some community and family consultation to spend that 90%. And you're right, the other 10%, 5% of that is what the U.S. Department of Ed is questioning, and so we're working through that, but we should have an answer probably in the next few days. So the sustainable funding, so that's really the fault in our funding formula currently, and when the budget was passed by the Joint Finance Committee, they took out that operational expectation that school districts had with the per pupil. And so the money that the governor is providing to our schools, in all intents and purposes, you could look at it as basically meeting the needs where the legislature failed. And so that'll get us through the next couple of years. It's not nearly enough to meet all the needs that our school districts have for operational expenses, but it's a Band-Aid that they can use in the most flexible way possible, so that when we do get to the 2023-25 budget cycle, hopefully they can make amends.
Yeah. And this is one, I have to say this, and I mentioned it towards the end, this is one-time money. This is one-time money filling the void that the legislature left for general categorical aid that was not one-time money. So clearly, we're just filling the breach right now, and when we get to working on the next budget, we'll have to remind our Republican friends that indeed they have zeroed that out, and we filled it the best we could in the meantime. But it is one-time money, and it's one-time money because the Republicans failed to use the money that the state had and has. There's money available right now if they wish to do that. They have chosen not to do that. The money is sitting in Madison, Wisconsin, instead of the school districts of the state of Wisconsin.
Governor, I have a kind of off-topic question for you. I think you have an EPA head what we're learning about the suspect and the low bail that was set by the yet?
I don't know if we've received any formal complaints. I don't think so. But the fact of the matter is, I mean, it's just obvious to everybody in this room that he should not have been out on bail. He has a violent past. So we are working with the county district attorney to investigate what's happening. You know, I caution people just to jump to conclusions, but there is one conclusion that's obvious, is that this gentleman was violent and he should not have been in the place that he was. But that said, we're looking forward to the conclusion of the investigation by the district attorney. We've asked him to consider several items during his investigation so that we can make sense of things going forward. Obviously, we are, I've gone to funerals in the past, and I will continue to go to funerals. It's something that, just should not have happened, and but we have to make sure that we get it right going forward.